Hello and welcome to Items On, the podcast where you get to follow your favorite Melee players and personalities both on and off the sticks. I'm your host, Ethiopium, and our special guest today is none other than Goodie. Goodie, thank you so much for joining us today.
That's okay. I'm a big fan. It's very weird feeling being on here because I've like watched a bunch of the episodes already. So
Thank you.
I was never expecting to be on here.
I really appreciate it. Well, you definitely deserve to be on here, and I'm really excited to get to know you and your path with Melee better. So usually how we start these is you let us know how did you find the scene and what you were doing before you found Melee.
Before I was playing Melee, well, I've been playing Smash technically since I was like 7. I got like Brawl when in 2008 or something. I was very little. And I didn't really play like any serious Smash. I was just like playing it like how any other child would play it. And then I got Ultimate when it came out, but still was like never really into Smash. Like before I was playing Osu and Counter-Strike. Mostly Osu before I started playing Melee. But yeah, I got told about Melee by my friend. His tag is SoulRez. His name is Owen, and Owen he was like really into Melee. He was watching like Evo and stuff. Like this was like when Melee was still at Evo in like 2018. And then he was like telling me. The first thing I heard about Melee is he was telling me about multi-shining in like the middle of 2018. It was like telling me like the inputs for him. Like that looks easy. I could do that. And I was just like talking shit, saying shit about Melee. But I didn't actually start playing Melee until later on. When Ultimate came out, I went to EB Games, which is like the GameStop equivalent in Australia, and I bought Ultimate, and they were like, "Do you want this GameCube controller with it?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" And so it comes with like the GameCube controller, the Ultimate Smash Ultimate GameCube controller, like the actual one. And so I bought that, and I just had that. Like they were like, "Do you want the adapter?" And I was like, and it was like an extra $20. I'm like, okay, no, and which was kind of trolling because now I just have this controller and I don't know what to do with. But then eventually, I was like told about Melee, and my friend Owen, he was like, all right, buy an adapter from here, and he like linked me to like a Mayflash or whatever. It was actually, I think I ended up buying a really bad third-party one. But then he like got me to like download like Dolphin. This was like by this point it's like maybe like March of 2019. And so yeah, he gets me like download Dolphin and then like get a Melee ISO and stuff. And we started like doing like the old net play with the hexadecimal codes or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And we connect, and he like was also very new, so he didn't really understand what was going on either. So the Melee we were playing on was like it was like a 1.02. It was like, so it had the stages locked, so you couldn't play on Battlefield and FD. So we only had access to Yoshi's FOD and Pokemon of the legal stages, and Dreamland. Dreamland was locked as well. So we just had to play on those, and like we couldn't even play like Falco or anyone. We were just both playing Fox. And so like there was no other there was like only like the it was like just a vanilla like brand new no characters unlocked Melee. And then like later on we figured out how to like actually play other characters. But then yeah, so we started playing, and I'm just like seeing all the differences to Ultimate, like, oh, you go into freefall when you side B and stuff. I don't really. This is funny because I like I said, I've been playing Smash since I was 7, but I didn't actually know what like a fucking tech was until I was learned about Melee. So like when I was playing like other Smash games, I would just like miss every tech. I think I knew about like stage spikes, but that's it. I didn't really know anything like interesting. I knew how to recover. But yeah, we started playing, and then he like told me about all the things. He like linked me to like videos about L canceling and stuff. And then I just like started playing, and I was like, all right, well, I can't really move my guy around right now. So I do want to practice, and I don't know. I just like started to get really into it. I just like started grinding, and then like learning L canceling and stuff, learning how to move Fox around, and then yeah, like eventually like I went to my first tournament, and then I think the moment I got hooked was like my first set win, and then yeah, like the rest is history. But yeah,
Well, talk to me about your first tournament because it sounds like at first you're playing Dolphin with the homie. You know what I'm saying? You're learning about it on YouTube, and then you made that transition to like actually in a community space. Like what city was this? Where were you? Were you in college at the time or high school? Like, give us a little bit more detail on that because I'm interested.
yeah. So I was 16, so this is like 2019. So I was 16 years old, and the first tournament I went to was a tournament called Battle Arena Melbourne. Uh, it's actually a major tournament. Well, for Australia, it's a major tournament. So it's called BAM 11.
Hmm.
It happened in Melbourne. Um, and I went 0-2, obviously. I got diced by Billy Barrow, Billy Splice Barrow. Shout out to Billy Splice Barrow. He was like a very old school Falco player. He doesn't really play anymore, but he was like a pretty big dog for a while, and he was like my round one, and he kicked my ass. Um, but yeah, it was a 2 or 3 day event. I think it was a 2 day event. And I ended up not going back on the Sunday. I didn't really know what was happening because I played my 2 sets and I lost, and I was like, is that it? Like, is it over? I had no clue what was going on. Um, and so like I walked around and like played a few friendlies with people. I had met like one of the people like who I'm still really close friends with today is Tags Rupert. I
Hmm.
played him at BAM 11. He was one of the first people I ever played. There was another guy whose tag is Redux, which is a very deep cut for all the Oz Smashers listening. He's not around anymore. I don't know what he's doing, but I hope he's doing very well. I love Redux. He taught me a lot about when I started playing. He taught me how to DI Falco Shine. But yeah, so I met a few people, and then like I just went home and didn't go back the next day. I like couldn't be bothered. I didn't really care. Uh, and I think Spud ended up winning that tournament over like Professor Pro.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was like I didn't even know about that. Like I had no clue. I didn't follow it at all. So yeah, that was my first tournament experience.
What made you want to like go back then? Because you're like even on Sunday, you're like usually when people go, especially to their first like big tournament like that, they're like, oh, I'm grinding friendlies. This is so incredible, and you're just like, you know what? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? What made you be like, all right, now I
Yeah.
want to go back to another tournament?
Well, I was like, all right, well, clearly I'm pretty terrible. And I kind of want to keep playing. I don't think at this point I was like really hooked. I was just like, I was like interested and like curious about things. But I just liked net playing because it was like an easy way to play, and it was just fun because I think when I started, I feel like I'm very different to people most people. Like when I started, I played like a Falco player, and they just like rocked my shit. And I feel like most people get like frustrated maybe, but like I saw the stuff he was doing to me, and I was like, I want to do that. And so like I think that's always been like the way I get into things is I see people doing cool shit, and I'll be like, I want to be like them. And so I like started grinding. And then I guess tournaments was just like the avenue because like it's still like old net play, so it's still pretty hard to get games, especially in Australia where like we're a way smaller scene. So like if you want to go where melee is, you really do got to pull up to a tournament like at this point. So I like still would go. I think, and then I went to we call them the Ranbat, which is short for ranking battle, but no one calls them that. We just call them the Ranbat. The It's just like the monthly that there was at the time. Um, and so I went to that. And I think the first Rambat I went to, um, it was like the first local. I think it was like in August. So I had like not really been to. I didn't actually know about like other local. I didn't know about this monthly after BAM.
Hmm.
I don't like really know. So I was just playing a little bit and then not like too seriously. Still playing like a little bit of Osu. And I had a girlfriend at the time, so I didn't really. I was like, I was never definitely not fully locked in. Oh, also I was still in school. I was like in year 11, so I wasn't like fully locked into melee. But yeah, I went to that tournament. I think I got my first set win. I remember exactly where it happened. Like I remember everything about it. It's a very vivid memory, and that venue like still has locals today. So like I see that spot like every time I walk in. I just remember the feeling like very vividly. Like fist pumped the guy, and then I stood up and just like looked around like holy shit. And that was like my first set win. It was like such a rush. It felt so good. Um And then like yeah, from there I just kept coming back to the locals. Like I was a very shy kid. Like when I was 16, I would just like I would pull up like play like my 2 sets, or sometimes it'd be Swiss or like round robin or whatever, and I'd lose my 6 sets, and then I'd like just immediately walk out of the venue not without really talking to anybody.
Mm.
But then uh, I think a big turning point was one of the locals. This is when Josh lived in Melbourne. He was at one of the locals. I had no idea who he was, but his tag was Sora, as most of us know. He was still Sora. And I like he like saw me around like playing but not really talking to anybody. And I think the kind of guy Josh is like he's always like tried to like get people engaged who aren't really like socially like outgoing and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
he always tries to like get people involved. So like he came up to me and he was like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "I'm down to play." And we played, and then he whooped my ass, and he was like, "What's your name?" And it was like, "It was my tag's Goodie," and he was like, "Oh, I'm Josh." Like he didn't even introduce himself as Sora, and like I think I might have heard of Sora, but I didn't really know anything. So like I just didn't, I had no clue still. Even when I played him, I was like, wow, this guy's really good. And he's like, how long have you been playing? I'm like, 3 months. And he's like, oh wow, you're really good for 3 months in. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I think that was one of the biggest moments where I got hooked. It's like, oh my god, I've been praised. Like, that felt really good. He told me about like laser landing. He told me to go home and like look up. No, he didn't tell me to go home, but like he told me when I got home, I should look up a video about laser landing. And I watched Kalindi's video on laser landing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, we just talked a little bit, and then yeah, that's it. That was like my first time meeting Josh. I feel like he's gonna be a very common theme in talking about like me like developing as a Smash player. So yeah, that's like that was like my first introduction to Melee. Like that's the first year, I guess, in 2019.
That's really cool. I think it's really cool like when players understand the meaning of community and understand like to reach the olive branch out and be like, hey, this is important to grow the scene. Just that's just
Yeah,
like kindness. You know what I mean? I wanted to ask you a
yeah, like Josh
question.
is.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say Josh has always been really good at that kind of thing. But you can go.
I wanted to ask you a question because you brought up Osu. If I'm not mistaken, that's a rhythm game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I always ask this question because we've had like some people who are good musicians, and it's always about rhythm, and they say like, oh, it's very helpful. Do you feel like playing Osu in any way like allowed you to grow as a melee player or give you a step up? Do you feel like it had nothing to do with it, completely different? What are your thoughts on that?
I used to think like it would not transfer over. I think the biggest thing that transferred over was the hand pain. But I think honestly, like thinking about it now, I think it like actually had a huge help with my reflexes because like Osu is ridiculously fast, and I got like quite good at it. Like I was like 1200th in the world, which
Well,
was like a pretty high like at the time, which is like a really high rank. It was very good. I was like quite good. And then yeah, I think like just because of how fast that game is, like my reactions have just been like always like ridiculously fast. So I feel like I have definitely like very advanced reaction time and like being able to like think quick. And I think like that's the only thing that can transfer because like mechanical skill, like I'm playing with a tablet, there's like nothing and a keyboard, so there's like nothing that transfers over in terms of like dexterity.
that's interesting. Word. Okay, cool. I'm trying to think about like how that works, so I appreciate that. Um, I had another question too. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to a lot of video games, so I'm like, all right, I gotta check up some Osu videos, see what's up. Uh, I want to ask you another question too because you're talking about your first set win, and I feel like that's a feeling that a lot of melee players have and can appreciate, where you're like, oh my god, I did it after putting in a lot of work. Um, did that joy and was that from like the competitiveness in you? Was that from like the hard work paying off? Like, what was the thing that really made you like stand up and be like, holy shit, I did it?
Yeah, I think it was like the rewarding feeling of it, of like being like, wow, I'm like actually good enough at this game to like beat people. I think okay, I'm like thinking about it now, like what actually got me into the game, and I think the best feeling like in the world was people like would smack me really bad, and then like it's the classic the Korean DJ in the Smash Dogs like I'm starting to get better at this game, and like seeing that like tangible like improvement in your play and like starting to actually beat people who would just rock your shit, that was like actually crack straight to the dome. And I was just I'm still chasing that high to this day. Like I love that feeling so much.
I wanted to ask you on that subject. When I wonder, as someone who's now, you've been playing the game for a while, you're at a high level. Do you still get that rush when you beat that bracket demon, or when you beat that player that's been giving you trouble, or is it not the same?
Well, unfortunately, there aren't any bracket demons anymore for where I am.
Yeah, true,
So
true.
I don't really, I'm not allowed to have that feeling anymore because like I've beaten everybody here, and most of the time I just continue to beat them. Sometimes I lose, but like I'm mostly winning, and even when I do win, it's a very hollow feeling, to be honest. Um, Mostly the feeling comes from like it's more about myself rather than who I'm playing against. It's more just focused on playing good. But I did manage to get that feeling this year in my last America trip. Uh, so when I went to America for the first time in at the beginning of 2024, I went to a Barlucci. I don't know if you know about
Oh
that
yeah,
tournament,
definitely.
Barlucci
Yeah, yeah. Legendary
in
tournament. Yeah,
Ohio.
for sure.
Yeah,
Good
and
times.
I played Dreffen, and he like rocked my shit. He like 3-0'd me. Uh, and I was like, "Do you have any advice?" And like we played some friendlies after, and he gave me some advice. Told me to read the inner game of tennis. Dreffen is so sweet. I love
Yeah,
Dreffen.
he's so
Um,
nice. Yeah, I've been able to meet him a
yeah,
couple. I'm in the Midwest too, so yeah, he's the homie for sure.
yeah, he's an angel. I love the Midwest as well. Um, and so I went to this year when I went back. I went to Fight Pit in Pittsburgh,
Hmm.
which was awesome. And I had Dreffen in my bracket if I beat Craig, and I beat Craig, which was awesome. And then I had to play Dreffen. And I was like, oh my god, I had to play Dreffen again to get the run back. I really think I can do it. And then we played, and then I won game one, and then it's like I think I won game one. No, yeah, I did win game one, and then I lost game two, and then I won game three, and then barely lost out game four, and then game five I was like, this is my moment, and I like by the end of game five, I was up 4 stocks to one, and I was like, holy shit. And I fucking took him down. It felt so good. It felt so bad. And he was like, Dreffen is so sweet that he took it with so much grace. He was like, well, really well done. That you've improved so much, and that just made me so happy, like unbelievably happy. And then I just lost like immediately after. I think I did get satisfied. I got like diced up by Cam, and then I lost to Jamex Zelda, which still
Yeah,
kind of haunts me.
we don't have to
I
talk
think I
about
was just
that.
very, yeah. Yeah, we really don't got it. I think I was just I was definitely very satisfied, which I hate that I felt that way, but it's a feeling you can't help sometimes. So I was just very happy with beating Dreffen. I was just like, all right, even if I like wanted to keep winning, like there's like a part deep down that is like, all right, I think the other person wants it more than you do. I
Hmm.
think you will take beating Crike and Treffen, which is I feel like pretty lame in hindsight, but yeah, I guess that's how I like actually felt at the time. But yeah, that feeling of beating Dreffen, like I still think about that a lot because it's all I can get in terms of like beating people that have previously beat me these days.
Yeah.
Because like in Australia, it's like I'm the best, so I don't get that feeling. People get that feeling from beating me, I guess. Um, but yeah, that's the only time I get to feel it anymore
Well, okay.
when
So
I go
my
to America.
last question then on that then before we get back into your career and how you developed as a player is when you're talking about in Australia you're the top dog, you know what I mean, like people are coming for you and you don't get that feeling, what makes you still want to grind and play, and what makes you not like jaded about that, I guess.
Um, I was like very jaded for a long time. I've like put a lot of. I think when you're here and like really good gameplay is hard to come by. You kind of find ways to improve outside of the game. So I've been doing a lot of work on my mental. Um, I used to be very doomer. I'd be like, oh my god, everyone here is so shit. I just like need to spend $20 trillion to go to America so I can play somebody that actually knows how to move that guy around. Um, but I think I've looked at it a lot differently now. I think it's a lot more. I've like learned to like focus a lot more on myself and like It's like truly. I think now like I've done so much work. It doesn't matter where I am anymore. Like there's always something I know I can like work on. Like no matter who I'm playing against, because like at the end of the day, like you can, like it helps to play good players, but like you need to be disciplined more than anything. And I think that's what I just learned a lot is just learn how to be disciplined. And that's what's kept me going. And like I'm still like improving like a shit ton while I'm here, even if like no one's better than me. Like I'm still like grinding really hard and improving, just by like focusing a lot on my mental and still practicing tech skill. But my tech skill's like pretty crazy.
It is, yeah.
It's all I can grind. So
So I want to get back into your career. You're talking about, the first year and how, people in the scene helped you grow. I want to get into the point where you decided, like, hey, I want to take this, like, seriously. Like, I want to be the best. Like, was there ever a point where you're like, I want to be the best in Australia? Because that's, like, a huge goal, you know?
yeah, I think well from like 2019, 2020, that was like an inconceivable thing. I was
Mm-hmm.
like that's just ridiculous. Like everyone's smoking me. Uh I guess like I didn't really have like huge goals when it came to like me like getting better over time. I think it was just like that once again like chasing that feeling of beating people better than me. Which carried on through COVID as well, like into the Slippy era. I was just like grinding like I think at this point I was putting in like ridiculous hours like when Slippy came out. And so I got like a lot better in 2020. And I started beating like people who were like ranked on the Australian PR, which was a very outdated PR, but like that still like meant something to me. It was like I would like stare at that Australian PR like every day as like a hit list. And like it was circling back to the Korean DJ with the list of people he wants to beat. I think I had the Australian PR on my list, as my list, and the first person I beat, it was all because this was like the peak of COVID, so it was all online. And I think all the old school players, because I was there before COVID, but I was like still very new, so I didn't really understand the vibes. But like when online, like when Slippy came out, I like it was very meaningful to me still, like the online tournaments. So when I would beat like people online, like I beat Decker, he's like the GOAT of Australia. He's like another very old school player. He's like been around since like 2007, like a ridiculously long time. And he was like number one for a very long time as well, like in the early 2010s. I think even like late 2000s as well. But yeah, I beat him online and I like aggressively popped off. There's a video somewhere, I don't want to find it, where I just screamed like extremely loud, popping off over Dave. It felt really good. And I think I just kept grinding and just kept trying to beat more people online like that. Um, and then I think that just like stayed like that. That was the vibe for like the next like 2 years until like LAN tournaments came back. Um, yeah, yeah, it was just mostly I didn't really have any goals outside of that for a while. But when I think I started to like think about being like really good like towards the end of 2022. So like LAN tournaments had come back. I had like a lot of formative experiences like throughout that time. Like there was like a major in Adelaide, South Australia. I went to, which was a very cool experience. Actually, I think well, yeah, by this point, Phantom 2022 had happened as well. And I think that was a pivotal moment as well. But there's actually so much to talk about. It's like overwhelming. So I'll just stay on topic about like getting into it. But like I think because throughout this time, there's just so much. It's
Go
overwhelming.
for it. Go for
Uh,
it.
jo- Josh was like still grinding as well, and like he was the best, like for sure.
Hmm.
And he was like by far the best. Like the way I'm the best now, like I still like lose to people because I suck. But Josh was like truly like destroying everybody, and he never ever lost. Like in like the code era, like he was just like really rocking everybody. He was like beating like he was beating people with like fucking Pichu and Donkey Kong. Like it was brutal. we all had a rough time when he was the goat. Um, but yeah, so I was playing him a lot and like learning a lot from him, and I think like I started to get like very good. Like by this time, I think I'm like definitely top 10 in Australia, like 2022 era, like in the middle of it. And by the end of the year, I was like, wow, I could like actually be really good at this game. And I think, excuse me, and I think uh, watching Josh compete internationally as well was a big inspiration because like I saw him like beat everybody up, and he just like was doing amazing, and it was like very inspiring. And I was like, it was once again the feeling I want to do that. Uh, and so when I watched him like compete internationally, I was like, okay, I would love to do what Josh is doing right now. Like that sounds like my ideal life. So like that's where I went with playing, and then like from that point onwards, like the end of 22, start of 2023, I was like, all right, I think I do really want to like try to be the best and stuff. And like that goal has like, I think the bulk of it has like stayed the same of wanting to be the best, but I think it's gotten like infinitely stronger as the time goes on. And it's like it's just like molded in a lot of different ways, and it's gotten a lot of new meaning since like I decided, because I was still like, I mean 2022 I was only playing for 3 years, so I've learned like that like 3 years ago I was like a completely different person and player, so that goal has like evolved to be a lot more meaningful and a lot more real as well.
Can I ask a little bit about that? Like how has it become more meaningful, and what does it mean to you specifically now today?
um so like when I like decided I want to be the best, like I had truly no idea what that meant, because like I still I still wasn't even the best in Australia. So like I wasn't even like top 5 maybe, or maybe I was. I don't know. Like I was still getting like my shit rocked by Sock. I don't know if you've heard of Sock.
For sure, yeah.
He was he was the second best to Josh like during the COVID era pretty much. Uh there were like other players like Don B and McLeod. They were all very good, and Davox. I don't even know. These all might just sound like gibberish, but these are the goats of Australia. Um Not the goats, but like they were the top dogs like during the COVID era. And so like my goal like at this time was to like take all of them down. Um, and that's what I spent like 2023 doing. Was just like becoming better than those people. I think by the end of 2023, I like had pretty much established myself as the best. Like that entire year was that time to get to the number one, because during this time, Josh like fucking up and left, and so I didn't even get to like call myself the second best because he was just gone. I mean, he is the best in Australia, but he doesn't live here anymore. So I kind of just took that title. It was just handed to me for free. I think in the same way it was handed to him, but not exactly the same. Uh, because I think because with him like Spud was number one, and then Spud just like pieced out without a word, and Josh like never got the chance to like beat him and like take his title. It was just kind of like, take it like thrown to him, and it was thrown to me as well. But like I think it was different with Josh, but it was still like the same thing where it's just like I'm unceremoniously like the best now. Um, but I still like find meaning in that because there was still like people I had to get better than at like during this time, like Sock and McLeod and stuff. Um, but I think it's changed a lot now, like that I'm number one in the country, because it's like, well, now that I'm number one in the country, it's like I'm clearly very good. Uh, and the only thing left to like really conquer is like across the entire like planet. So yeah, I wanted to like beat like all the Americans. So when I went to Genesis 10 last year, um, and that was I'd previously like went overseas to play Melee. I went to Fate and Gommel in mid July of 2023. So I got like a taste of the international scene. Well, actually, I got a taste before, like in Fandom 2022, because like Cody Schwab, Zane, Mango, Null, Lucky, Polish, like a bunch of Crack, a bunch of like big like American top players showed up, and I got to play Melee with a bunch of them, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like I was just having so much fun playing people who are like way better. I was like, this is so much fun. Like I like am learning so much. I want to get so good and play like these guys. But yeah, then I went to like compete overseas. I went to Fate in the UK, which was an awesome tournament. Very pleasant memory. Uh, I beat Max, which was great. I popped off very hard on him. I got like 17th though. I lost to Foxy Grandpa twice, which was so rough.
He's
He
a
tech
legend.
chased the shit out of me. Yeah, I was like, I got 6-0'd. My ending run at Fate was brutal. I was down 2-0, and I was like finally like kind of locking the fuck in and like putting in work against Foxy Grandpa. And I had like the game winning edge guard. Like he was at like 90. All he needed was an up smash. And instead of up smashing him, I just side beat off the stage. And I was
Oh.
just like, truly did the head in my hands, just sat down. Foxy Grandpa walks up to me and he's like, "You played a lot better that set." And I was like, "Yeah,
Oh
I
my
guess."
god. Yeah.
He was right. Like I did feel good about that. Like he diced me up pretty bad the first set we played, but that one I played a lot better. I adapted very well, but in the end I just killed myself in 0, and there's not much you can do about it. It doesn't haunt me like it used to, but yeah, that was very rough. And then I had Gommel the weekend after, and that was also a great tournament. I didn't really beat anybody, but I still got 33rd at Gommel. Like, I don't know how that worked. I was just like, all right, so I can't even remember the tags of the people I beat to get there. Um, but I ended up losing to Amsa and I lost to JJM
Hmm.
for the top 32 qualifier. And when I lost to JJM, I like cried like so much
Mm.
because I really wanted to like make it to Sunday. Um, and yeah, that was a very brutal L. 'Cause it was not only that I wanted to make it to Sunday, it was like I lost to JTM and now it's like it's over. Like I have to go home now.
Mm.
There's no more like Melee to play, which is a very sad feeling. Like, and it still hurts like that every time. Uh,
Can I ask you a
like
question on that? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, no, you go, you go.
I was gonna say, so like with the people that I interviewed internationally, like if I put myself in your shoes, like if I have to go to Ohio, right? I'm in Michigan, so it's like an hour drive. That's a big
Yeah,
tournament for me because I'm like, oh my god, I'm going out of state, and I'm a 2-and-2er, right? Like I don't have dreams of like winning tournaments, right? The pressure that it must be on you or like any international player to like go to an international tournament and have like this one shot. There's so much variance in tournaments as is. There's only double a limb, and you just have to like be on it, and you're jet
yeah,
lagged, and you're meeting all these new people, and it's a new culture, and you just don't know. Like, I mean, how do you even like? You said you were working on your mental. Is that a part of like how you work on your mental? Like, it must be
yeah,
brutal.
100,000%. It is so brutal because it really does feel like that. It's like you fuck this up, there is nothing left. You just go home and you think about what you did.
Hmm.
And it's just like it is ruthless. It is an absolutely ruthless feeling. I think for some reason, when I went overseas in 2023, I didn't like feel any of that. Like I thought I played not only like great, I feel like I played better than I usually do. Like when I was here, like at the time, I was like absolutely shocked. But I think yeah, that feeling because I think I like try to find comfort in the fact that I don't it isn't necessarily my one shot because like when I have been traveling, I travel for like a couple months at a time and try to go to like a shit ton of events while I'm staying in the States. Um but like I guess I just honestly like I just try not to think about it. Like I'm here and like this is just an incredible opportunity and I just want to like savor it and just like try to play good melee. Like more than anything, I just want to play good melee. And that's kind of I think that's the goal when I go to tournaments or when I've been going to tournaments is just like try to play good. Like forget any result, just play your best. Um, or try to play your best. And like that's kind of what I think about instead of like you lose, you go home. Don't lose, don't lose.
Yeah.
It's just like it's that I think thinking about that, you got to think about the right stuff because you think about that, you're just I think you're kind of already screwed. You're gonna like sit down at the setup and just start like quaking in fear, like the guy's gonna zero to death you, and then you just like immediately crumble. Like you're just like, oh my god, this can't, like you just freak out. You just start thinking a million thoughts, and none of them are related to actually what's happening on the screen. And that's like the most important place your mind should be at, is the screen while you're playing a set.
Do you feel like having to go through those trials and tribulations by fire, by traveling internationally, has made you not only more competent as a player, but like more competent and resilient as a person?
Oh, 100,000%. I have taken the most like brutal beatdowns. Like there have been so many times where like I was like on the cusp of victory, or like I wanted to win like so badly and I knew I could, and then I just didn't play good. And it's just like you really just have to hold that and just go home.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's stuff like that that is like really make or break for like some, if somebody like me wants to continue, because it's like if you can hand, I think like that shit, I feel like just it truly like breaks down your spirit like completely. Like it literally like factory resets you. Like you just get completely wiped, and it's like so brutal. And it's like if you can come back from that, then I like genuinely it feels like the sky is the limit. And like I've come back from it time and time again. And so I like truly think I can do anything. Like if I can take this many beatdowns and somehow still pick up a GameCube controller, like I just there's nothing I can't achieve in my mind.
That's awesome. I love
And
that.
I guess yeah, I think it just like it also carries to like my character as a person as well. It's just like like I'm very resilient now. Like some fuck shit happens to me, I'm just like, oh well, fuck it, we ball.
The timeless, the age-old saying for sure still lasts. I wanted to ask you another question. I got a couple questions about Australia and your role in it. So, like, you know, do you do you feel a sense of like gratefulness that you are like representing Australia when you go to these tournaments, or do you feel a little resentment that like that Aussie melee is like put on you now, or like at least partially put on you now? What are some of your thoughts on that? Because you are like a big name in Australia now.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's neither things. I think the thing I feel the most is like pressure, because no one else in this country, like except for Josh, who like does represent Australia, I guess. I don't really consider him to represent it anymore because that bum has been living in LA for 2 years now. Um, so I feel like I'm the representative. I mean, he did get good here. I gotta give credit to him. But I think like I just feel like pressure. It's like well, I'm the best player here, and if I like fuck it up, then I make my entire country look like a bunch of bums, and I don't want to do that. So it's kind of like a little bit of pressure. I try not to think about it. I think when I'm in the States, I'm just like absolutely a fiend for gaming. Like I don't really care about anything other than I want to play people like really good, and I'll do like literally anything at all costs to get games. I don't care. I'll sneak into the VIP room, or like get Josh to let me into the VIP room, and then I will walk around and ask everyone to play, and I will just find games,
Yeah,
which does work.
I'm surprised they don't let you in the VIP room. Come on, you traveling all the way out there. Give a girl a
That's what
VIP
I'm saying. I
ticket.
mean,
God damn.
at Battle of BC, Dia gave me a VIP pass.
Mhm.
I was like, I was camping the VIP room. I get to play a bunch of people. It was awesome. Um, I think, and also they generally do allow +1s, and Josh always has a VIP pass, so he's just like, all right, you can come with me. And so I get to like, I usually do get to like stick around in the VIP room, but sometimes like Genesis this year, it was not even me that got kicked out. Josh was playing Crudo, and Crudo also had to leave. Like this security was an ass. Like
Oh my
Crudo doesn't have a
goodness.
VIP badge, which for one is ridiculous. Like Crudo didn't have a
Yeah.
VIP badge, but he was like literally playing Josh, and they like kicked him out. And I was playing Magi, and so we had to leave the VIP room, and just go play at the normal setups, which was fine. But it was just like, damn,
Wow.
they tight about this shit.
The melee cabal strikes again. Unreal.
Yeah.
You know, the broken strat for that is getting a media pass. Because when I was at Big House, I
Yeah,
had like a little media pass because the homies run Big House. They're like, yeah, sure, your podcast, whatever, and you could just go wherever you wanted and play
you can
whoever.
do wherever you want,
Yeah, I
whenever
was
you
playing.
want.
I was losing to everybody. I loved it. It was a great time. My
That's
last
awesome.
question on the Aussie scene is, I feel like every scene has a different vibe, whether it be Midwest, Cali, British, Swedish. What do you think is like the thing that represents Aussie Melee?
Uh, okay. I like feel like I was supposed to give an answer, but the immediate word that came to my mind for some reason was beer, which I don't know. I don't even think that's true, but that's where my head went. But like I think most Australians like I think pretty much everybody like in the Australian scene is just there to like chop it up. I don't think
Mhm.
anybody like people care. There's a couple people that care, but mostly the people going to tournaments are people that just want to hang out and like have a good time. Which is not the most ideal environment for someone as like serious as myself, but like I'm like yeah, I'm like totally fine with it. Like it's really cool that everybody like has this place where they can like go to hang out and just like and drink beer
Yeah,
and just like have a good time with each other like and socialize and stuff. I think socializing is really important. Like I was a very shy person before Melee, and like uh the tournament experience Josh mostly helped with like him like getting me to come out of my shell, but like just being at Melee tournaments helped me like become a more outgoing person like in general. And I think like having that with Melee is really important. And I think that's why like everyone loves the game, because you really can just like pull up and play with anybody and just chop it up and have a good
definitely.
time. And I think that's the vibe. That is the vibe of Australian like tournaments and the scene and stuff. It's just people having fun and just like socializing and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I love the Melee community so much is like, especially like in Michigan, I feel like it's a very similar vibe where like there's people trying hard, but like we're all there to chill. And it's
Yeah,
like it brings out like people who might not be the best socially or maybe scared or maybe nervous about like talking, and within a year or two not only are they like having friends and socializing, but they're in like leadership roles now where they're like actually like helping
yeah.
others do the same. And that's one of the questions I want to ask you is because you were talking about how Josh did that for you. Do you feel like you have a responsibility to do the same now that you're in that position?
Um, I don't think I feel like Josh didn't do it because he was like the best player in Australia or whatever. I think he just did that because that's the kind of person he is. I
Mm,
don't like feel an obligation to like get people socially engaged. And like I am more outgoing, but I'm still like not the kind of person that like goes up to a stranger and like says hi and introduces himself and stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I don't really do that. I think more for me, what I do with like people is like if I see they like have an interest in like getting better at the game, I think those are the kinds of people I latch onto and be like help them get better. I think I think it's so like accessible in terms of social stuff. Like you really can just pull up and talk to people, and like I think so many people will just like help you like get involved if you just show up to the tournament. That it's like I don't know. I might be making excuses for myself for not talking to people, but like that's for me. It's just like I am like scared to talk to people I don't usually talk to at tournaments. Or not scared, but it's just like I don't really feel an obligation to. Uh, but like I am down to just hang out and like socialize with people, even if they are new. It's just like and like if people talk to me, it's just like yeah, I'm down. I'm down to chat. I'm always down to chat,
Yeah. Hey, I mean
but
that's
I don't like
dope.
actively
That's
seeking it out.
dope too. Yeah, I mean, not everyone got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your role. But as long as you open and you helping people do what they got to do, that's all love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I mean, if people talk to me, like I'm obviously gonna like have a conversation and stuff. I just like don't actively seek it out, and like usually I am there just to play melee, even if I will like talk to everybody, like have a conversation or whatever. Mostly I am there to play my favorite game.
Well, let's talk about your favorite game. Let's talk about Melee a little bit. I want you to describe, like, let's say to the casual player who tunes into Twitch and sees you play. How do you feel like your Fox plays? What is your play style, and what are like your goals and the ways that you attack the character? I guess.
Um, I don't. That's a very rough question for me. I don't really know how to describe my playstyle, especially because it's Fox. Like Fox is so he's like everything guy. He can just
Mm-hmm.
do everything. I think I have like really good tech skill and I'm like really fast and like I said with my reaction time and stuff is like really fast. Uh I think I just try to play in a way that like takes advantage of like all my strengths and like like my punish game is crazy, like my execution's insane and it's like I want to play in a way where like all these things can like really like flourish. And like I think I'm trying to like play in like a lot of different ways. There's a lot of ways I'm trying to evolve my playstyle to be a lot more like um using my brain and stuff. Because I feel like I spent a long time not really thinking. I feel like in the past like 6 months, I have only finally started learn to like actually learn play real melee,
Mm.
which is crazy because it feels like all the time before that I was like, well, I mean, I did some pretty cool stuff, but thinking about it, it's like I can't believe I made it that far without actually really properly using my brain. Um, but yeah, I'm just trying to like I'm trying to like be a fucking genius. And just like I want people to like watch me play and just be like, "Holy shit, that was fucking genius what she just did."
Hmm.
Like how the fuck and then like supplement that with like my crazy tech skill and like, "Oh my god, that was a ridiculously robotic punish." Zero to death was flawless, like whatever. I think that's kind of the way I want to play, just like being incredibly smart and like taking advantage of like how much I like know the intricacies of the game uh to like because I have like a very thorough understanding like I like have like a melee engine in my mind, so like if I like imagine a scenario like an edgeguard scenario like it like plays out like 50 different like sequences of like things that can happen and then my answer to like all of those things. um and then yeah, I think I just try to play like as if I can see the future and just hit really hard and also get hella reversals. If someone makes a mistake, I want to like explode them for it.
Hmm. So important in today's game, I feel like, for sure.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question because you said the word smart, genius, like intelligence. What does that mean in melee terms to you? I mean, is it like knowing the minutia? Is it like knowing like how to punish in a certain way? Is it knowing like a certain neutral component? What does it mean to be smart in melee?
Well, I used to think it was like the things about knowing like the intricacies of the game, which I guess it can be. Like I would consider myself a genius in like that sense where like I know how like all these things interact with each other. But I think the way I want to be really smart now is like playing the person I'm playing against and like truly getting inside their minds and like feeling like I'm like literally psychic. I think I wanted to like chase that feeling of being psychic. Uh, I wanna I wanna just like literally know what somebody's gonna do like 10 hours before they even know they're gonna do it, and just like and then like I said, because my crazy texture, I want to just absolutely decimate them for it.
Hmm.
And that's kind of like my ideal for the game right now is just like reading the shit out of somebody, or not even like reading them, like literally like molding them
Mm.
like putty. I want to mold people like putty and then like just break them down. Like that's kind of how I want to play.
So from like a practical standpoint then, because like for me, like I understand how you can practice punish, how you can practice like some things in neutral, like how do you practice molding someone's mind into what you want them to be when it comes to melee, you know?
Um, I think I think it starts with like understanding like human nature. I'm still like very new at this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like still learning. Uh, I think it like oh my mind is going blank right now. I forgot how to think. I think it's like a lot of it is like conditioning and stuff. Like giving people visual cues and like I think it's like all about like deception. Like I want to make you think I'm going to do this and then you're going to do this in response, and like I feel like that's dumbing it down, but like that's kind of it. Like I'm going to make you do this and then uh because I showed you this, like you're going to want to do that and you're going to think that's good, but I'm going to like kill you for it. I think that's the kind of thing. But I guess to practice it, I'm still like figuring that out. I like don't think I'm very good at it at all. At that at all. That's like what I'm currently working on. Which I think is how all the top players play, is like doing stuff like that. I think like that's what will help me get to the next level, is like doing shit like that. Um, but yeah, I'm learning from my boyfriend. His tag is Rizel. He's the best PM player in Australia. He's kind of also the best PM player in the world, if not the second best. He's like he's up there. He's really good at PM. And he's like incredibly smart. And I've been learning a lot about like a lot from him. Um, is he's just like a god at Smash, like in general.
Hmm.
Mostly PM, but like in terms of like platform fighters, he's got an insane mind for it, and he's just really smart. And I'm trying to learn to play more like him, because he is like the smartest gamer I've ever seen in my entire life.
I want to ask a little bit actually about PM because I know you got Lucas, right? So, like, how much PM are you playing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to get a little bit more into PM? What's the PM scene like in Australia?
Uh, that's an awesome question. I would love to talk about PM. I like started playing PM like around like last year, because oh, my friend in I think you would know. I don't know if you've heard of Essie.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. Well, she like plays a lot of PM, and then because she's been playing heaps of PM, she got me into PM. Uh, when I was over at the States, and we were playing like a bunch of PM together. I was playing Fox, but when I came back here, I like tried Lucas, and I was like, holy shit, this guy is really fun. So I played like a bunch of Lucas towards the end of last year, and because like Rizel is the best PM player here, um, I started talking to him a lot more, and we like started playing PM. Right now, when we play PM, I just play Fox because otherwise he just rocks my shit. Because my Lucas is like very bad. I don't really take PM that seriously. When I'm playing Lucas, it means I think I'm playing in it for an entirely different purpose. Like the goal of playing Lucas isn't to like become the best or anything. The goal of Lucas is like this is really fun. Like I
Hmm.
am just having. I feel like it's more of like the mindset of like the usual Smasher who's not as intense. I feel like I become that person when I play PM. It's just like, oh, when I play PM Lucas at least. Um, I'm just like there to have fun and just like move my guy around and try to hit cool shit. Um, and it's like it's very simple like that. It's very fun. But when I play Fox with Jacob, I'm just gonna call him Jacob because it's a lot easier. Jacob Rizel. Uh, uh, I'm like trying to like learn how his mind works because when I'm playing Fox, like even if it's PM Fox and he's way worse and it pisses me off, it still like helps me like be able to like understand how like things like mechanics work when I'm playing against his Ness because he is like a machine. He is like truly he would just explode you like every time, and he's like also really smart. He plays like amazing. Like he does what I was talking about, where he like molds you into putty and then makes you do this, and then it just explodes you for it with Ness. His Ness is just ridiculous. But he's also cracked with every character in PM. He's just
Hmm.
a nut at PM. In terms of the scene, I don't think anybody is intense about PM. Like not nearly as much as Jacob. He's actually going to the Midwest next month
Oh
for
shit!
PM. He's getting flown out, so I'm really excited for him.
Do you know what tourney
He's
it
kind of
is?
like doing what I think it's called Tussleopolis, or like it's Tussle something.
Where?
It's in Chicago or somewhere in Illinois.
Oh, I think I know
Um,
what you talk about. I think I know what you talk about.
Tussletopia. It was called
Yeah.
Tussletopia.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
sure. Um, yeah, he's going to that, and he's gonna beat everybody. And I think if he wins that tournament, he will get ranked number one in the world in PM, which I'm really excited for. He deserves it. He's just an absolute freak at that game.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, there's nobody as intense as him when it comes to PM. He low key just made everybody give up. Like he was just always been ruthless when he plays PM. He'll just like he always is just like so locked in and just fucking decimates you, and he just wins every tournament. And like it's not even about whether you can take a set off of him in PM for the Australians. It's like, can you take a game? And even then, it's like, oh my god, it's a big deal if you take a fucking game off of him. It's just like he's just ridiculously good at PM.
Hmm.
I can't wait to see him compete next month. It's gonna be very cool.
Can I ask a question? Because you said that's your boyfriend, right? Like,
Yeah.
how do y'all play like competitive games together without like trying to rip each other's heads off? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like two like legit players going at it all the time. Like, do y'all have fun playing PM against each other or playing melee against each other?
I think we both kind of we don't crash out at each other, but when I'm playing PM, I do crash out, but I don't crash out at him. I crash out at Ness because I'm gonna say it right now. Ness is so fucking bullshit. That guy is heinous. He his down air, everything about him. His down air, the way he just his up B. I can't edge guard him. I hate Ness. He's an evil little guy. He's an evil little creature. Uh, and when I play melee with him, he plays Falco. His Falco is awesome. He's like, I swear to God, he's the best Falco in the country. Um, when I play him, like he just gets like exploded by Fox. Like literally, he looks at me in the wrong way, and then he'll just explode, and he's just like, okay. But he is a lot more graceful about it than me. I like crash out. Um, but I think mostly we just like want to like get like I think he's like a lot further in his journey with PM. Like he's been playing Smash for like 10 years. Like I'm still like relatively new. Like I know 6 years is a long time, but I think in the grand scheme of like most like good Smash players, it's like not very long time.
Yeah.
So I think it's more centered around him helping me than it is around me helping him. Because he kind of knows how to help himself, and I'm just kind of like I'm kind of just learning from him. But he does learn a few things from me because I feel like he's gifted in that way of like being able to read like mold people and stuff, and like just being a genius in the way I described earlier. And I think I'm like mechanically gifted, and like with my reaction time and stuff. And that's not really something you can like teach, maybe, but like I feel like I'm trying to like help him, but I don't think he needs any help from me anyway. He's like ridiculous, so it's more about him helping me. But when we play Smash, it's just about like learning. Like I'm just trying to learn, and he's also trying to learn, and we're just like I think that's what we care about most is just like getting good. So it's not really like it is intense, but it's not like we're like completely fine. After that, we just like we'll play Smash and then we'll just like watch a movie or whatever the fuck. Like we just have a good time. We don't like even if I do crash out about Nest, it's like it's truly like not a problem. Which is I haven't even been playing much PM lately. Just like he hasn't been playing melee because he's traveling.
Yeah.
But when we do play, it's just like fun and learning. Well, not fun and well, it is fun, but it is also learning. Mostly learning. And we just try to get good. We're just trying to get good. We're just trying to get ridiculously nuts at each Smash game. Well, he's also trying to get nuts at melee. I'm trying to get okay at PM just so I can learn how to play melee better. But I think he just wants to get good at melee because melee is cool, and I want to get good at PM because he's really good at PM.
Well, that's a power couple right there in Smash games, so I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see it. My last question when it comes to melee, and then we'll do some stuff outside of melee what you enjoy. But is what are some of your goals for whether it be the rest of this year or the upcoming year? I mean, are there some certain tournaments, or are there some certain things that you're looking towards as, hey, I want to target this, I want to take this down?
I'm actually flying to Japan next month for the Nouns Invitational qualifier,
That's
which I'm
awesome.
really excited for. I literally just like I'm like going all in. I'm gonna go to the local because apparently Americans are banned, so it's like the Japanese scene minus Amsa because he's already invited to the Nouns Invitational, and then also just me, like, and I'm there. And the winner of that tournament gets like flown out to the Nouns Invitational. So I'm going to Japan. I'm gonna win that tournament and then get flown back to Japan in December to compete in the Nouns Invitational, and like that's the goal right now. Is to I'm working on making it so I can crush the entire Japanese scene and get invited to that tournament. That's where I'm at right now.
That's awesome.
And then I guess after that it'll just be even more grinding, like just like becoming a way better player, like once again working on my mental. I think right now, I think what me and Jacob have talked about is my biggest problem is like my ability to play in tournament, because I think my ability to play in tournament is like disproportionately worse than it is to play in friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I play friendlies with him, I'm like a robot. I'm like actually a task bot. I'm like Philip on the highest difficulty. I like play him and I like hit every single tech chase and just explode him. And I feel like a literal god when I play friendlies with him. And then I like play in tournament, and it's just like all of that just goes away. I don't even know what my brain's thinking about anymore. Like when I play in tournament, I'm just like, I think I like have gotten bored when I go to locals because I like win all the locals, even though I just lost the most recent one. Um, I usually win every single one, and I just like it. I like have been overwhelmed with like this feeling like no matter what I do, I just win anyway. Like even if I'm playing really shit, the other person just like makes a mistake, and because my like level 1 is like killing you for making a mistake, it like doesn't even matter like how bad I'm playing. Which like has gotten boring, but it's like been it's been like a huge detriment to like my mentality towards playing in tournament, because
Mm-hmm.
now it's just like I've gotten so lazy. Like I mean, I think I've always been pretty lazy, but I think now like when I play in tournament, it's like it's really bad how lazy I am, and I think that's what I'm working towards, is just like playing in tournament the way I do, like with the same amount of like with the exact same amount of mental energy directed towards like playing friendlies and stuff. Uh, and like yeah, I'm trying to just make it like 1-to-1. Without like, because I think friendlies are important for like trying shit out, but I also want to get rid of like when you're in tournament, you don't want to like try and experiment. That's
Yeah.
the only difference I want to have between the two. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you. Well, how far is the trip to Japan?
It's pretty far. It's like I think it's like 12 hours. It's a pretty long flight. I think it's not a direct flight. I have like I don't even remember where my layover is. I just
Mm-hmm.
booked like the cheapest one.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, but yeah, it's a pretty long flight. When I do travel like overseas, actually I don't even need to for Japan, because Japan is literally 1 hour behind us. But like when
Mm-hmm.
I go to America, I will like sleep deprive myself for like 1 day. That way I can go to sleep when the Americans are going to sleep. So like when I do arrive in LA, because I fly from Melbourne like to LAX.
Mm-hmm.
When I do get there, like I'm not jet lagged. Like I'll get there at like 10 a.m. and then I'll be ready for the rest of the day, or I'll get there at like 10 p.m. and then be able to like go to sleep as soon as I get to where I'm staying. It's like, but with Japan, it's like, I mean, I don't need to like prevent jet lag. I just need to maintain my sleep schedule while I'm flying over there, which is a pretty long flight, and I got like a brutal layover too. But I don't care. Once I get to Japan, it'll be fine.
Definitely. And I hope you crush it over there. I want
Thank
to
you.
ask you
Very
some.
sleepy.
Yeah, no worries. I want to ask you some questions outside of Melee now. What are you still doing? Osu? Are you still playing Counter Strike? Are you like a gamer outside of Melee? Are you like I don't play video games no more after Melee? What are some of the things that you enjoy to do outside the sticks?
I definitely do not consider myself a gamer anymore. I like sometimes I play video games, but it is very very rare. Recently, I've been like before I found out I was going to Japan, because I didn't know when the tournament was announced. So I was kind of just like in limbo. There was like no tournaments coming, and like locals were like boring, and like I didn't really care to play Smash. I was very unmotivated. So I was playing Pokemon on my modded 2DS.
Nice.
I modded my 2DS, and I've got every Pokemon game on it now. It is so awesome. So that's what I was doing. Playing. I've just been playing Pokemon, but most before that, but like when I'm like proper into Melee, like I am right now, once again, because like I'm traveling and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really play any other video games, but I've been playing sports. Me and Jacob were playing soccer. We watched Blue Lock. Like he showed me Blue Lock, which is like a sports anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's about soccer, and we wanted to try playing soccer, and I love soccer. Soccer's so cool. So we're playing for that. I haven't played much soccer lately. But I've been playing volleyball because we also watch Haikyuu. We just like play. We just watch sports anime, and then we're like, oh, that looks fun. But he's already seen them, so it was more like him showing the sports anime to me. So I've been playing volleyball as well. He like has like always been going to volleyball. Like he like plays like matches every Sunday. It's like serious, but not like completely serious.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been going to like some of like the more casual sessions and playing volleyball with him. Uh, but I can't do that anymore because that shit hurts so bad.
Mm.
And I'm trying to play melee, and I don't want to ruin my hands, so I have to stop playing volleyball. But volleyball is so fun. I can't wait to play like more volleyball when like it's like off season for melee. Um, I don't really know. I don't really know what else I do outside of like playing sports. Sometimes I do play Osu.
Mm-hmm.
Osu is kind of like it's kind of like a guilty pleasure to me now because that game is so degenerate in my opinion. Like it is so stupid. Yeah, like I loved it when when I was younger, but it's a pretty dumb game. But like when I do play it, I'm literally just like mind off, just pushing buttons, like having fun because it
Mm-hmm.
is a very fun game to just like. It's very fun to just smash the keys and like do crazy shit. Uh, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing outside of melee. But most of my life is directed towards melee. I haven't been working. I'm not in school. I am kind of a bum, but I am working towards my dreams in a very bum way. But they are my dreams, and I do wish to achieve them. So I do mostly just spend my time grinding melee, or if not grinding melee, like doing things outside. Actually, I have been meditating. I started meditating.
Mm-hmm.
uh, that's another outside the game thing, but it is for melee, but like it's kind of it's like the classic like, oh, my like quality of life has improved and suddenly I'm way better at melee, and it's like stuff like that where it's like I'm trying to do things that like improve my own quality of life outside of the game, and just like improve my own mental health, and yeah, just like working on like stuff like that.
That's awesome. Hey, listen, we're pro follow your dreams on this podcast, so you don't even gotta worry about that. Go get it. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
I was gonna say volleyball is so fun. I rarely play it. I play a lot of soccer, but I rarely play volleyball. But every time I play, I'm like, this is so great. And then the next day, my wrists are like, ah.
Yeah, I had
So I
like
definitely feel
insane
you.
bruises on my wrists. It was very brutal. But it's so fun though.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a rush.
So you're saying that you got inspired to play sports from. So I'm not a big anime person, so you're gonna have to fill in the gaps for me. But are you watching a lot of anime? Is that like your go-to in
No, no,
terms?
no.
All right, word. Just these
Low
specific
key,
ones.
I low key hate anime. I used to be big into anime when I was playing Osu when I was younger, but
Mm-hmm.
then like it got to a point where like I would like put on something and it would just be like borderline softcore porn, and I'm like, this is just so shit. This is terrible. And then like from that point, I'm just like, okay, I really don't like anime. But then Jacob was like, you need to watch this. Like this was before we were together. Actually, it was like I'm gonna put you on Blue Lock
Mm-hmm.
right now, and I watched Blue Lock. I highly recommend that. It is like such an amazing show. It's just like it. I think that like really like has helped me develop a lot as a player in the past like 6 months. Like since I watched that, it's just like it does so much for your psyche. Like in terms of like the intensity of competition, it's just such a good show. Same with Haikyuu. They're just beautiful shows.
Yeah,
I love both of them a lot.
I feel. Listen, this might take out a couple fans. Sorry to all the anime fans out there, but not for me, yo. I feel like a lot of anime is
Yeah.
exactly what you said. It's either some softcore shit where I'm like, I cannot be watching this legally. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Or it's
Yeah.
like some like samurai guy who's like the path to forgiveness is through the forest of apathy. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
No, that's
like,
kind of called though.
I'm like, what's going on? I'll just put on some sports. Yeah, I'm just a bonehead, I guess. But
Yeah.
shout out to all the anime
No,
fans.
I'm mostly with you, but I think Blue Lock and Haikyuu, neither of them have any of the softcore porn, so they're awesome. They're mostly about just locking the fuck in, and that's why I love those shows. They're very good.
Word. All right, I might have to check them out then. I always ask musically. Do you play any instruments? What type of music are you into? What are you listening
I
to?
I do got rhythm because of Osu, but I don't play any instruments. I'm like not musically talented at all, unfortunately. I wish I was, and I probably could like grind, but I think it's such a big time commitment that I'm like very scared to like do that kind of thing. I
Mm-hmm.
guess if I had more free time, maybe, but even then, like I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just end up playing Pokemon on my 2DS or whatever.
I feel that. That's what I tell myself too. Like I feel like I'm busy, but then I'll like watch like YouTube or something. I'm like, man, I could have been playing
Yeah.
something. I don't know,
Yeah,
but
it's hard.
whatever.
It's hard to like get into stuff.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, like even if you do like get into it, you won't always have that free time, so, and that's kind of like the trap. You like kind of lose the chance to get back into it once you like lose a little bit of it. Like it feels like you have to like do that whole process of getting back into it again,
hmm
uh, which can be like overwhelming.
What type of music do you listen to then, even if you don't play? Do you have a certain genre? Are
Uh,
you eclectic?
I listen to like a bunch of random shit, but mostly I've been listening to Midwest emo. I love Midwest emo.
Word, okay.
Uh, that I just be listening to that shit. What else? Let me like really quick look at my Spotify.
Yeah,
Usually
because
I
I.
would just like what I do is I just like listen to the Spotify radio. I'll like find a song I like and then like click on go to radio and then just
Mhm.
try to listen to songs that are like similar to that. And then if there's more songs I like in that radio, I go and like more like go into the next radio and just try to listen to like I don't know. That's kind of how I listen to music. But I don't really have like many playlists. I just like save the Spotify radio. But yeah, I think I love Midwest emo the most. I don't know why. It's yeah, that's the shit I've been on.
It speaks to the soul. You know what I'm saying? I can't
It
even
does.
hate.
It does.
We talk now. We gotta name some bands here, though. You know, what were we talking about here? Because there's a wide
I
range. I feel like.
I can't even list any bands. I'm sorry. I'm like a fake fan. I
No,
just like
no, no, don't
listen.
worry.
I just let it feed me. I let Spotify feed me whatever it chooses to feed me. I'm just like awesome.
Do you play music while you play Melee, or are you just listening to the game?
Sometimes when I'm at tournaments, I have like a setup with my noise canceling headphones. I like plug it into the TV and I'm like listening to the game sound.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like with like splitters and like amps and shit. Um, but when I'm like playing net play at home, which is not often, I don't really net play because I hate online. I truly hate online so
Mm-hmm.
much. I think it's the worst. Like not even just like for playing, but just like even though like I said, I'm more intense about competing than I am like socially, but I think it's so critical to be sitting next to the person that you're playing. So I'm a real online hater. Um,
I agree.
but
I start just hating the person on the other side of the screen if this isn't like
yeah,
when I'm playing with someone, it could be some like lame ass player or whatever, and I'll be like,
yeah.
"Wow, that was so sick what you did there, bro. Where are you from, dog?" You know what I'm saying? And then I could be playing like Mango online or some shit like that, or someone, and it
You're
would
just
just be
like,
like, "This guy sucks. This guy eats
this guy's
dog
a
food." You
bum.
know? Yeah, I hate him. So I totally get you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess but like when I do play online, I don't know. I guess I sometimes listen to music or sometimes I listen to the game sound. It just
hmm
depends on like how I'm feeling. But yeah, I think it doesn't really matter all that much to me. I'm just like trying to play anyway. So yeah,
And then my final question before we wrap up. This has been a great interview, by the way. I really appreciate you taking the time.
I'm
Uh,
really glad you got me on here. I'm really grateful.
if you had to quit melee and pick up another hobby, what hobby would you pick up?
I love that question so much because like it's such a real thing I have to think about sometimes because it's like it's really hard to play melee, and like living so far away and like I feel like I don't know if this is true, but I feel like melee could just die at any moment. But I feel like I think if I did quit, I probably want to do something with like helping out animals or something.
Hmm.
Like I love animals, especially cats. I love cats so much. And so I probably want to like try to do something like that, where I just like work with animals. I'd probably like, or I'd like to do like sports psychology or something, which would like I feel like being a vet or whatever would like stray completely far away from melee. But like sports psychology is a lot more like less distance from playing melee
Yeah.
and competing and stuff. But like one of those two, I would have to think about it if that ever happens. But yeah, that's kind of what I'd want to do. Something with animals or like something with like psychology would
Do
be
you,
cool.
do you have any pets?
We have a cat. I'm actually moving out, and it's not my cat, so I'm saying bye to her. I don't know if I can like get a picture, but her name is Little Gamer, and she's so small, and she's so cute. Um, this is a random photo of her. I don't even know if it get there. She is.
Wow. There she
she's
is,
she.
everybody.
I don't even know if that's a good photo of her, but she's just like she's so tiny and cute. Oh, this is a great photo of her. She's so perfect.
Frey, for those listening on
Yeah.
Spotify, you gotta come to the YouTube and look at the cat because it's beautiful. Beautiful black cat for the world to see. Well, thank you
It's
so much for your
adorable, yeah.
time. I really, really appreciate it. It's been a great
I'm
interview.
very grateful. Thank you so much.
This has been Items On. I'm your host, Ethiopium. Our guest today is Goodie. Thank you so much for listening.